All right, so now I'm gonna show you how I would start out the process of doing Botox. So initially I look at the person's face, I watch it move, we have a conversation, and then I dot out on the patient's face where the injection sites I think are gonna be the most beneficial. So let's start there. So I'm gonna do my glabella because I hate my frown lines. So let's look. So they're pretty solid. I mean, they really pull. I've got really strong frown lines. I've done a lot of worrying in my life. And so I usually dose myself up pretty high because I found that low doses just aren't enough for me. I've got very strong muscles here. Okay. So I probably will just do a little teeny bit out there. So I just look, you know, to see how much a person's muscles pull, and you can see, I mean, look at those bands there. Look, there's these muscles right here, the corrugators, so strong. And then my wrinkles right here, it's my procerus muscle, and it's just really strong. It pulls so much that I even have a wrinkle right there. So from here to here, it's just really strong. And the way that I do my injections, you'll see, is I inject and then I pull back. I inject and I pull back. And so I will get a little bit of product right at the needle tip, but also as I pull back. So it'll create more of a diffuse injection pattern, and it'll look more spread out, more natural, and ultimately you get to use less product if you spread it out a little bit better. And I do 20 units for my glabella. I found that any less just does not work. And sometimes I can get away with 20 units. So I'm just gonna do the starting dose of 20. It's been about 3 months since my last injection, so I'm really ready for another dose because I'm totally frowning again. Okay, so here goes. Aftercare instructions are pretty easy. Essentially, I just don't want the product migrating elsewhere, so I want you to avoid, standing on your head for the first 2 to 4 hours after the procedure. So stay mostly upright, don't massage your face, and try to avoid activities that promote flushing of the face, like getting into a hot sauna or running on a treadmill. You can anticipate some very minor swelling over your injection sites, and it's possible to bruise. Usually people don't, but it is definitely possible if the needle happens to hit a vein, particularly in the forehead and around the eyes. But all the bruising can be covered up easily with makeup, and the effects overall are really, really minimal for Botox injections. You're gonna see the effects within 2 to 3 days and maximal effect within 10 to 14 days, and just expect to love it. And you'll probably need to return in the next 3 months, 4 months to get repeat injections.